My name is Constable Serge Montreuil. I've been in the RCMP for 32 years. I've always been affected to Newmarket detachment. I've been suffering from depression for at least 20 years. Recently, I've been also suffering from addiction. I believe like working night shift on and off for a certain period of time, it takes its token on an individual, because it's not easy to work night shift. And then especially when you have a young family, you have to be a good officer and also a good father when you come home. And that's probably what happened with me in my case, that I end up having depression. My journey started like in 2001 when I was diagnosed with BPD. BPD stands for bipolar disorder, which means that you're having severe depression and mood swing. Not only have a mental illness, I have an addiction on top of that. So it makes it very hard, because now you have two problems you have to deal with. I was using alcohol as a crutch to cope with my mood swing. Well, I knew it was the right time to get help when I couldn't get out of bed, couldn't get a shower, I didn't want to eat. All I wanted to do is sleep. I started drinking heavily, and to a point where someone made a comment to me and says, "I think you got a drinking problem." And I sat back and I said, well, I think that person is right. So at that point on, I asked for help. I reached out, and thank God I was able to go to the treatment program in Toronto. I went to my doctor at work, and the doctor suggested that if I want to do an inpatient treatment, the financial will be set up, and that I had to go there, and agreed to go for 7 weeks. Well, the treatment is very intensive. It's not easy. They use like techniques with like CBT and DBT to help to works with on your emotion and your depression and your addiction. Even after the treatment, there's an intensive follow-up. There's an aftercare program where it's good for up to 2 years. In my case, I have a sober link that I had to do 4 times a day to make sure I keep up my sobriety. And I have constant meeting with my medical professionals on Zoom 3 times a week. And I try to have a healthy and happy habit. Well, I think it's very important to talk about it, because back in the days when I joined, all that stuff was taboo. Nobody talked about emotion or depressions or addiction. Nobody talked about it. So I think there's nothing wrong today to come out and, if it needs to step forward and ask for help, well, if I did it, anybody can. And I hope that through my testimonial, I'll be able to help one member or a family member to come forward and get the help they need and deserve.